Flosstube. Welcome to my channel, Crafty Cat Stitcher. I'm Kathy, and this is a channel mostly about cross stitch and some other crafty things once in a while. Today is Saturday, March 4th, 2023, and this is Flosstube number 78. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new here, if this is your first time that you visited me, thanks for thinking about coming here and spending a little time. And I hope you find something that you like. So the good news for me is that I'm finding a little bit more time to stitch, because this past week I started to make an effort to just try to stitch it in the evening, at night, in the evening. And 4 out of 5 days I actually did. So, you know, it's getting a little better. And I think my eyes are adjusting better, maybe, I don't know. But so I have stitched, and that's good news, especially because before, during the first like 6 weeks of the busy season for me and my eyes, I was only stitching on weekends, so, you know, and it's kind of sad. I still have a stitchy bug, that's the thing. It's not like I've lost it. It's just that it's just hard. It's hard with my old eyes. And, you know, I have good glasses and I have good lighting, and it doesn't make any difference. It's just the way it is. So, but I'm very optimistic about continuing this trend. And I'll show you some of the things that I worked on this week. So the first one I worked on was Bless Our Land by Plum Street. And that is so cute. I'm using all DMC for this. And there it is so far. This is one that I would love to get done soon. That's why I keep thinking, oh, you know, I'm going to get this done. But one of the things I'm having problems with, you know, with seeing is stitching light on light. And this fabric is not super dark. I don't know what this fabric is. There I go again. Wasn't that a New Year's resolution for me or a last year's resolution to be better about fabrics? But it's a even weave 32 count. I think it's Jopelin. It's very pretty. But the light on light is, and you can see I've started with the flag, and then I decided not to. But then I started with the eagle, the same color. I don't know. But it's pretty, and it's getting there, and yeah, I'm pretty optimistic about getting this done soon. So that's one. The other one I worked on was my Mill Hill. And I showed you this last time, but I had barely started it then. This is Feline Friends, and it's a Laurel Birch cats. Look at the cats. So as you'll see, I started in the middle, and I'm working on this purple part of his face. All right, and there he is so far. You can kind of see his eyes forming. Now, I think I made a mistake on purple and blue violet. I think I got them switched, but I don't care because there's enough floss. And if there's not, I can just pull some from DMC and it'll be fine. Because they're such colorful cats, I don't think it would make a whole lot of difference if I ran out of something and I substituted something else. So I am stitching this on 28 count fabric that I dyed, and it's showing up okay. It's more green. Oh, it's green, blue, and yellow, and just to, you know, just to continue that colorful theme of the chart. So that one's come along very well. And the next one I worked on, I haven't worked on this one in a long time, and I don't know why. Drawn Thread Apple Blossom Sampler. There it is. It's a pretty one. I'm stitching this on the banding. It's a 27 count banding, and I did a entire floss conversion because it is charted in silks, and I just, at the time when I was starting this, I just didn't want to buy the silks. Um, they're very, very pale colors. I did my best of doing my conversion. Um, I think I might wanna, there's like a little bit of pink in here, but it's so pale you can barely tell. It's like in these blossoms and that the leaves, petals. So I don't know. I'm gonna leave it like it is because it does show up well, but I'm about a third done. I've started on the robin. He's adorable. So this is mostly DMC, a little bit of overdyed. And this is like, I think this is just like a natural, color natural, and it's got the finished edges. So when I'm done with it, it's going to be ready to make into a wall hanging or a bell pull. But I love it. And it's really, really easy. And talk about easy on, easy on your eyes, easy stitching. It's really nice. So I have a start from the last video when I showed you all the things I wanted to start someday. And this is one of the ones I decided to start. Blackbird Designs Basket of Cherries. I have always liked this chart. I mean, and I saw a lot of people stitching it, and I think a lot of times that helps to kind of push you in a direction when you see it made up, but it is a very pretty chart. I kitted this up a while back, and honestly, I don't know what this fabric is. And there it goes again, my fabric thing. But it's 32 count, and it's probably Jobelan or Lugana. But there's my start, and this is what I call my FOF project. Not FFO, not FO, FOF, which stands for Full of Frogging. I don't know how many times I started right in the middle, which is about here. I don't know how many times I frogged it and frogged it and frogged it. It was something else. But that's where I am, and it's a good start, and I'm happy, and I'm glad that my frogging time with this section anyways is over. I don't know what it was about that. I don't know. I don't know. I started it on the weekend too. It wasn't like I was like super tired or anything. So I don't know. But it's a cool chart. So that is what I've been doing, including my FOF, Full of Frogging. So I have gone back to, well, not gone back. I mean, I do this off and on. I like to go and find new Flosstubers to watch. And I found two last weekend that I really enjoyed. And both of them they're ladies from Canada. And one of them is called Lost in Stitches. And her name is Lisa. And Lisa stitches all the things and stitches them beautifully. And go and watch her. She has a story to tell. And I was very touched to hear it. And she's a very, very friendly, calm Flosstuber, and I'm just happy that she decided to start doing videos because she's one that I'll go back to and watch over and over. The other one is Erin Elizabeth Designs, and Erin is also delightful. Another lady from Canada, and she is so friendly, and she has her own designs, and you might be familiar with them, and I was not. And so I'm glad I watched her because she designed some beautiful things. She showed some new market releases that are hers, and she's got one that's based on lemons, let's say, and then another one that is one that I might have to get. It's her farmhouse sampler. Just gorgeous. She is has great ideas for finishing and for buying things at Dollar Trees and just inexpensive thrifted items to do finishing, which I love. I love stuff like that. So go and watch Erin Elizabeth Designs. I am going to put both of their links in the show notes at the bottom so you can go and watch them as well. And I have subscribed to both gladly. So, remember last video when I was just all gung-ho about stitching from stash? Well, you know, I mean, that sounds good on paper, but but market comes along and other designs come along, and I don't know, yeah, I bought some, yeah. So this one I did not buy. I bought this a long time ago. Not a long time ago, unless a couple months. And I just have not printed it yet. It's Stitch with Coffee Designs. And this is Under the Mistletoe. Look. Now my colors I think are a little funky because I saw this stitched up and I think it is more, I think it is more of the reds and greens. I could be wrong, but this really does look pink to me. So, but you know, printers are printers, and that's what I got. But go to Stitch with Coffee Designs on Etsy, and you will find all of their beautiful charts. The other one I found just the other day is Crochet Go-Go, and it's Spring Basket. So I bought this from them, I think in their Etsy store, I think. Look. That is beautiful. It's so cute. And you know, it's not really big. It's 89 by 89. Just pretty. And I'm going to enjoy stitching this. Let's add that to the possible start list, right? Oh, also, one more. I just got this, I ordered this from the whole Stitching Caboodle on Facebook. And it's another one from Pansy Patch Quilts. And this one's Sunflower House. And you probably, if you watched my last video, you saw that I had purchased a few of these pretty houses. And this one's, you know, sunflowers, which is more of a summer one. But they've got leaves and pumpkins on it, so maybe that is more autumn. I don't know. Okay, so this one, I saw this one stitched up, and I was looking through Instagram, which can be a really dangerous place to look if you're trying. My nose is itching. It's that Flosstube thing, isn't it? Instagram can be a really dangerous place. But I saw this stitched up Spring Messenger, and it's by Scattered Seed Samplers. And they're on Etsy. Look how gorgeous that is. That robin. Ugh. I just love it. So I mean, I don't know if this is from 2021. So it's been around for, I guess, a little while, but new to me. So that makes it new. And then last but not least, and probably not last of this one is a market release. And I love it. And it's by Luminous Fiber Arts. And as you know, I really like Luminous Fiber Arts. And it's part of Misty's Gathering series. And it's Gathering Stitches. I'm going to pull it back. And then I'm going to show you close up. Look at, I mean, she already had Gathering Berries and Shamrocks and Acorns and Snowflakes. And look. Now she's got little sewing supplies. It is so cute. So as soon as I saw it, I said, I've got to stitch that. And what's fun is it's stitched in pink. What is it stitched in? It's Belle Soie's Sister Scarlet. Or she also suggests DMC 150. So I'm going to look through my stuff, and I'm definitely going to make a decision. Probably not silk. I will probably use my floss, existing floss. And I'm wanting to use a color like this, which is a very pretty pink. There, look. Oh, isn't it pretty? So that is what I've gotten. I have an order coming from Shepherd's Needle, and I'll tell you about that. Now, I'm going to tell you all about it. So last time I was here, I talked about starting different projects, and I had sort of a possible start parade, I guess you will say. And one I decided to start is Stitchy Stars. And one of my viewers, Lisa, said, let's do a cell. And I said, yes, perfect. We're going to do a cell. There, that's better. We're going to start it in April. I suggested April 15th because that's the end of tax season, almost. It really is the 18th this year. But I will celebrate being almost done on that day. And so we're going to do that. So that's quite a ways off yet. So if you're interested in joining Lisa and I stitching Stitchy Stars, I think I'm going to start an Instagram hashtag for it. I don't know what it is yet, but I will tell you in the next video. It calls for only 5 colors. I like them so much, I decided to use the called for overdyes. And I had one. I have navy. That's it. So that's what my order is. I ordered a few things from Shepherd's Needle, and I wanted those actual flosses to use for this project. I don't know anything else yet, what kind of fabric I'm going to use or anything, but I'll decide that. Got time. So if you want to just kind of watch for that, and I'll talk about it in my next video, and we'll see. Okay. Let's see. You remember I used to do a segment called Cross Stitch Rewind, and I pretty much run out of things to show. Isn't that funny? But I wanted to talk a little bit about something I probably showed a long time ago. And I don't know if you've seen the video this is in, but I'll explain what this is. This is one of the first things I ever cross-stitched. And it's something I designed myself. There's no name. I made it for my mom. And she had it hanging in the dining room. And until until they left their house. And so then I took it. So what this is, it's sort of like a band sampler. Rigby wants to be in the video as well. And there's little Riggs. It's my buddy. Hi, Rigby. Okay. See? She's not a lap cat, but she'll come and visit at the most inopportune times. This is sort of like a band sampler, and I think I made this in 1982. Think about it. That's probably 41 years ago. Isn't that funny? So I wanted to show you where I got the cross-stitch patterns for each band. And it's from this book. Oh my goodness, Rigby. It's called 1001 Designs for Needlepoint and Cross Stitch. Okay, have you ever seen this book before? And you can tell this is a very old book. The copyright is 1977. And there's a what do I have in here? I got some graph paper. I'm thinking maybe that was, no, nothing significant on this graph paper. But what they do is it's all bands. It's 1001, and it's, so I'm pretty sure that in an old book like this, I could probably do a quick show you. I'll show you what a page looks like that. So it's mostly borders and bands, and there's also for needlepoint, which is totally transferable to cross stitch, totally, because basically it's so. I got all the bands for that in this book, and I still have the book, and I will never want to get rid of it because there are some great ideas in it. There's some stuff in there that looks kind of dated, but there are things that are very classic and very usable. I mean, for designing your own sampler, there's snowflakes and different things in it. So I just wanted to show you this very old book, and I just wonder, do any of you have it? I wonder. So basically, and back then, think about, back then 40 years ago, there were I didn't have a cross-stitch store back then. Like later on I did, but at that point I did not. And so I had to rely on craft stores to get my DMC and my Ada. And that's all they had was Ada. There is no overdyed, nothing like that. No. But there's DMC, so I chose the letters. The letters were in there as well. Borders and just little bands. And it's kind of like a seasonal sampler because I did spring, summer, something to represent fall, and then snowflakes for winter. So there it is. It's my little design. It now hangs back here. There you can kind of see the nail, right? Right about, I don't know, somewhere up there. There. That's where it hangs. So, and just something very old, and it was through a lot because tea got spilled on it while I was stitching it, and we actually took it to the dry cleaners, and they didn't know what to make of it, but they did get the tea stain out. But it's okay, because you know what? I could have just tea dyed it. I didn't know about that then. Okay, so last video, I said we were going to have a drawing for this Bluebird Garden by Artful Offerings, something that I have stitched and I enjoyed so much. I had a good response. People liked this pattern, and I said, say snow, and a lot of people said snow. And, so I have a winner. I did a random number generator and drew the name, and it's Tammy Vickery 6748. Tammy Vickery. It just says at Tammy Vickery 6748. So how we're going to do this, we have to do this a new way because people are acting real hackery on Flosstube, on YouTube and everywhere else, really, right? So Tammy, you have to go to the show notes, find my email address and email me. I cannot reply to your comment. I can't do that anymore. It was so nice to be able to do that, and it always seemed to work well, but I can't do it anymore because people are being weird. Yeah. My followers are great, but there are people out there in YouTube land who just want to stir things up and cause trouble, and I'm hearing about this. I have not experienced it myself, but it is what it is right now, okay? So Tammy Vickery, send me an email, and I'll get that in the mail for you. And let's have a new drawing. I hope everybody's doing okay. This is a weird time of year because it's getting to be spring, and spring is actually my favorite season. And but But there's one thing about spring that I don't like, and it's pollen. We live in the most polleny place in, I don't know, it's unbelievable. And yesterday I called it Pollen Day because I walked out of work, got in my car, and there was a coating of it on my windshield. It's first time. And I drive a black car, so my black car, it turns kind of green. And so, you know, and it's so heavy on the windshield that you have to, you know, before you drive, you got to get it off with your wipers. And it's just, I don't know. But I love spring. I do. May is my favorite month, and I'm just looking forward to it. Everything else is beautiful. Things are growing. I love it. And yeah, that's what I like. What I like about spring is everything turning green and new, and it's just the best, and warming up a little bit. And yeah, so the next drawing we're going to have is I'm going to do one every video. I've got a lot to give away, and remember I talked about giving away fabric. I haven't gotten any of that ready yet, but I will. But this is going to be, it's Country Cottage Needleworks, and it's called Star Spangled Garden. So it's a little garden. It's got a little bunting on the bottom. It's just cute. I could see you doing this all kinds of ways. If you don't want to put the words on it, you don't have to. You know, if you want to do something different. But it's just a cute little pattern. If you would like this, I would like you to tell me what you like or don't like about spring. Okay? Just tell me in one sentence or whatever what you like or don't like about spring. Okay? The other thing I don't really like is the storms. Yesterday we were under tornado watches toward the end of the workday. And then, so I was driving home and I was listening to the radio, and all of a sudden they start talking about my county and the neighboring county, how there were tornadoes, and they turned it into a tornado warning. And I was really close to home at that point, and I'm thinking, okay, the sky does look a little bit weird. And I drove into the driveway, and I got out of the car, and the wind was just whipping up at that point, and the tornado sirens were going off, and I was just like, oh boy, here we go. So I got home, and my husband's working from home right now, and I said, I think we need to go in the basement. So we continued to listen to the radio for a little bit, and it seemed like it kind of blew over it, and it wasn't as bad. I know that some places had a lot more branches down, and we have a lot of little things down, and it rained really hard after that, but we never lost power. Nothing that I know of fell, no trees or anything like that, but that's one of the things I don't enjoy about, and that's kind of prevalent in spring. So anyway, just tell me what you like or don't like about spring. Okay? All right. My plans are, I'm going to keep trying to stitch every day, a little bit, even if it's for a half hour, I'll get in some stitching time. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and leave a comment. And oh, let's talk about the drawing real quick one more time. So this is just for US. That's all I can do right now, okay? I just can't ship internationally right now. Please don't say drawing or giveaway, nothing like that. You have to be 18, and I'd like you to be a subscriber. I'm not gonna, I'm like Laura at Stitching by the Shore. You don't have to, I'm not gonna check, but I'd like it. So, but if you've been with me through this whole video, please consider subscribing and leave a comment. And if you have a couple minutes, just leave a comment, and I would just love that. And I also plan to use the rest of this weekend to get some stitching time in, which I have a little bit today and a lot tomorrow. So I'm going to enjoy that and watch some Flosstube. A lot of my favorites have done Flosstubes lately. I looked through them today and I thought, oh, look who's there. Look who's back. And I saw one who hasn't done Flosstube in a while and I thought, I've got to watch her. So I'm going to be doing some Flosstube watching myself. So until then, I hope you stay well and you stay happy and you get all the stitching time that you want in. And I will see you in, let me think about this. Is it going to be 3 weeks? I think 3 weeks. That works. Okay, I will see you soon. Bye-bye.